I used to think exercise was mainly about losing weight or getting in shape. But recently, something unexpected happened. After my workouts, my mind felt clearer, my mood felt lighter, even my focus during the day felt different. And that made me pause because I started to wonder maybe exercise is doing something much deeper than I thought. Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. In the beginning of this year, January and February, I participated in a fitness challenge at my gym. At the beginning, my goal was simple: build strength, lose a little weight, and create better habits. But as weeks went by, I noticed something I didn't expect. It wasn't just about my body changing, it was my mind. And that experience reminded me of a book I read a while ago, Spark: Revolutionary New Science of Exercise and the Brain, by Dr. John J. Ratey. I like the title of the book already, right? Spark? Sophie S. Park, P-A-R-K, Spark? Even though this book was first published in 2008, the message feels just as relevant today. The message is simple but powerful. Exercise doesn't just change our bodies, it changes our brains. One of the most fascinating stories in this book comes from a school district in Naperville, Illinois. Back in 1990s, their physical education program was completely redesigned. Instead of focusing on competition or sports performance, they focused on movement and fitness. Students were heart rate monitors, and the goal was very simple: keep moving at a healthy intensity for about 20 minutes. Obviously, the goal wasn't to create athletes. It was simply to help students move their bodies. And what happened next surprised everyone. Those students ended up ranking first in the world in science and sixth in math on international academic tests. Nothing else changed. Not the textbooks, not the teachers, not the curriculum. What changed was movement. And that story stayed with me because it shows how deeply connected our brains and bodies really are. In this book, Dr. Ratey also explains how exercise supports mental health. This part really made me pause because he talks about conditions like depression, anxiety, ADHD, and even addiction. And he describes exercise as miracle grow for the brain. I won't go too deeply into the science here, but the message is simple. Movement helps our brains function better. Now I revisit the message of this book. For me, it feels very personal. I'm 52 years old, going 53, and I'm going through menopause. When I was younger, I exercised mainly to lose weight. That was my motivation. But now, my reason for exercising has completely changed. I exercise because I want to stay healthy, I want to protect my brain, and I want to preserve my quality of life as I get older. Over the years, I've seen friends work hard their entire lives, finally reach retirement, and then they lose their health or even pass away soon after. It really changed how I think about exercise. At this stage of life, exercise isn't punishment, it's preparation. So here are a few simple ideas that have helped me. Find movement you enjoy. Exercise doesn't have to be intense to be effective. Walking, stretching, Pilates, light jogging, anything that gets your body moving counts. For me, enjoyment matters more than intensity. And aim for consistency, not perfection. Especially at the beginning of the year, there's a lot of pressure to do everything perfectly. But I've learned that consistency always matters more. So for me, that means going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week and accepting that some weeks are better than others. Also, mix things up. Variety helps me stay engaged. I combine Pilates, weightlifting, fast walking, slow jogging, just nothing extreme, just enough to stay balanced. Finally, let exercise support your life. This mindset shift changed everything for me. Before, I used to debate with myself so often. Should I go to the gym today or not? Yep, most of the time I lost that argument. Now I plan my workouts in the beginning of the week. Once it's on my calendar, it's no longer a debate. Exercise has become a support system for my mood, my energy, and my long-term health. After completing my recent fitness challenge, this book feels even more meaningful to me. It reminds me again that movement is not just about appearance or weight loss. It's about protecting our brains, our energy, and the life we want to live in the future. If you are thinking about your health this year, not just physically but also mentally, I recommend reading this book by Dr. Ratey. It's a powerful reminder that one of the best things we can do for our brain is simply to move our bodies. So today, don't overthink it. Just take a short walk, stretch for a few minutes, or do something that gets you moving. Because you are not just trying to be healthier. You are becoming someone who takes care of both your body and your mind. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.